Welcome everybody, we're just about to get started here. Come on the Fords, come on the Z4 GT3s, the AMGs, the Ferraris, and the Audis. Surprisingly enough, no single McLaren. Welcome everybody, it is the hour-long race here at the Green Hell. No other fitting way of describing it. It is going to be... it's going to be hectic. Over 20 kilometers of tarmac. A track that has claimed the lives of just over 300 people over the years. Won by Jackie Stewart with a broken wrist. A broken wrist. That's how much he wanted to win. And this is how much people will want to win. This is a glorious track, even though it is the most dangerous of them all. Look at the cars, just a glintering in the distance. The current time is 12:01 in sim. A track length of 24.15 kilometers with a track being at 600 meters above sea level. It's brightly cloudy out there with a 13 kilometer southwest wind. And the track temperature is quite cold today at 19 degrees Celsius or 67 Fahrenheit. That southwest wind has turned west, Craig. What do you think of that?
Go west. Sorry, I had to get that in. Good evening, Rob. Good evening, everybody. The flagship. I think it's safe to say this is the flagship race at the RacingSimRigs World Series. We had it last season. I said it again. That's a drink. We had it last season, and it's returned. And of course, every race is always 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 25 minutes. You know. 2 heats every race week, every race week, but just one race, 1 hour. We're looking at about what, 9, maybe 10? No, it'll be 9 laps around here, maybe 8. But it's still a challenge, no matter how far and how long you go. It is still a challenge around here. When you said it's a green hell, it promises to be hectic. I mean, the first words that came to my head were, promises to be hell. Such a narrow track. I mean, you look at some of these narrow areas and you see the car just coming onto what is the green hell. It comes down, it hit action back, goes around those horrible exits, goes down the hill, then up the hill to the full flats. Can you keep it flat? Well, can you? Do you want to risk it because you will fly off into the gravel pit? We've seen some very serious crashing in real life there, down into the Schweiderkreuz, into Arenberg. You know, some really fast corners to Megansfield and Callenhard. I mean, that is probably one of my favourite parts of the track is Megansfield and Callenhard. It's still narrow. Not many places to overtake it. It's why in real life, this is the fastest cars you will see. The GT3, the fastest cars you will see around it.
And this time around, it's actually different. Instead of everybody going out in groups, you know, in their neat little rows, everybody's just like, whoosh, get out of there, go, 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 go. and quite literally, it's go, go, go. Riding on board with Tobias Junger in his mean machine of the Audi R8. Yeah, as you were saying before, it is a case of GT3s really are the max you can race around here. Prototypes, well, did they race prototypes?
Well, the Audi 919 tribute car.
The Audi 9. Hang on a minute.
Sorry.
This man just said
God.
Audi. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. Audi. Send it to iRacing.
You cannot clip it on YouTube.
Oh,
I was
can.
looking at the Audi of Younger, but no, it's the Porsche 919 Evo. When I was saying it, I thought to myself, this doesn't roll off the tongue right. What's
Audi
wrong?
919.
I am never going to live that down. The Porsche 919 Evo went around here in a blistering time, but apart from that, there's been demonstrations with F1 cars, one-day F1 cars. I think Nick Heidfeld drove a BMW around here, the BMW F1 car, but that's about it, really, when you look at it. We see Tobias Younger, by the way, and this is horrible. This is worse step. So down here, around these corners, but be careful to more very shortly. And I saw Adam Christo. Yes, Adam Christo made a mistake down here. The Nurburgring 24-hour champion for a couple of times.
That's what I was going to ask you as well. This is like we've got essentially what is a professional in Christo. Is he here today? Where is he?
He is, and I mean, he lost it where Younger just went in the last season when he was battling for P3. Lost it and recovered to a top 5. Had a mistake there and made it up, but it's very hard. If you come to Begwords in a minute, which is, I've always known it's miss, hit, miss, and then you see Younger misses, hits, and then misses, and that's it into long apex, and that's why they call it miss, hit, miss, and he gets it really well there in Bergwood. Now, these are their outlets, by the way. We're going to do a whole outlap around here in this 45 minutes of qualifying. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, but when you think about 45 minutes of qualifying, that's a lot of time. Well, you know, 8 minutes out, then another 8 minutes to do one lap, then you want to do a second lap if you're really going for it. So already that's 20 minutes gone. So yeah, fair enough. That's what you want. And Younger just hit the brakes at Bravery corner. Okay.
Maybe he wasn't brave.
But we're looking at Adam Christo. Let's get my little little stat out of the way, because this man can drive anything around here, unless it's a Skip Barber.
Oh, really? So for those who don't know, after last week's race, this man Adam Christo decided he wanted to drive a Skippy Barber. He decided to try and go flatting it. He tried to go flatting out a Skip Barber. When was the last time you pressed the accelerator pedal in Skippy?
In Schwenderkreuz, the little kink before Arenberg, all it goes was, this is flat, right? I mean, is it flat? And literally, you can see the mind of a man that has done so many laps around here. I mean, the only people that have done more laps than him are people that go on track down taxi drives. And he's there thinking in his head, yes, flat, flat, flat. But then he's in a Skip Barber, which doesn't really have much downforce or much turning. And the back just slides out.
and a mistake was made.
He's down to the Dossinger Ho right now. It's one of his, I'd say it's probably one of his favourite places, just because you can relax. Ollie Steinbratten.
This is the only reprieve that you would get in a 24-hour. Well, if you're driving, it's the only reprieve that you would get. Yeah. And even then, you're still laser focused, because this isn't like a motorway where it's nice and flat. Your back bottom is bouncing around in your bucket seat constantly.
And you're going to see as well as they come down to Tiergarten. And you're going to see in the race, we may not talk about the gaps very much because they'll be so spread out, like a second. But then when they get to the Dossinger Ho, everybody just bunches up because of the gap. So we're not going to do a lap around here in Adam Christo, because that's going to take too long.
I can't remember half of these corner names. All I know is that there's a Rebel Tree. There's
I do have my track map. I
tried finding a track map that had, like, you know, proper, like, corner names instead of like one or two. The only one that I could find was like a PDF printout, but it went like sector by sector. So I'd have to be flicking. Hang on, let me get a piece of paper. I got it. Here, hang on. I got a piece. I got something that I'll be like this. Fuck. Shit.
Well, there is. Oh wow. Okay. There was a track map poster you could buy on Amazon, which was sold out, and
yeah, that's I found that as well.
Looks fantastic. Apart from I can't see the names, but it's really good because it tells you all the little things that I thought was really cool about how to take the lines. You come down. Well, not the GP circuit, which is out in Cristo, but it tells you what to do down at Hatzenbach. It tells you where to go for the flip pack, the line. Stay left and get your foot down as you go through Cottonburn and down to the Swerder Cross, which is brake after the crest, and then Arenberg, which is Iron Mountain, which is the hairpin, and keep right after the bridge. Keep right. Actually, in all fairness, for new drivers of this track on iRacing, this is something that would really help people. Honestly.
Greg King is the third best announcer on the two-man crew. That is the best. Jeff, just for that, you get a cookie.
Okay, so how do I ban something? I mean, let's just do a quick shout out. Jeff McConey is the founder of McConey Setup Shop. Setup, so as well.
Wait, he does setup shop?
He is a setup shop, or he's not a one-man crew like Craig Setup Shop, but he is one out there doing a lot more.
I wonder if he's confusing you with Craig from Craig's Setup Shop. Maybe he thinks you're one of the same.
No, because I race with him, and I hate racing with him.
So you mean
about you.
Hey Jeff, go race with him. He loves it.
While I'm shilling, by the way, shout out to trackcounts22.com. This is fantastic, these cameras right here. You see Jesse Jones come around onto the track. It's really nice to see these cameras. It does feel like real life, because that's when you see a camera and coming down here as well with the zoom in. It's really nice. So really do like that. So shout out once again to setupcams22.com. Also,
Setup Cams. Hang on a minute, that's the second mistake you've made. Setup Cams 22.
Shout out, by the way, to you have lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Our social medias, our Twitter and our Instagram at Raidillon TV, our Facebook, which someone mentioned we have 9 members. I mean, we don't use it much, but we only have 9 members on our Facebook page.
Do we?
You'd think after our 15 minutes or 30 minutes of fame on Sunday, you'd think we'd get a few more.
Facebook. It's mostly Instagram and Twitter these days.
Yeah, it's
and even
Instagram.
then, I only recently posted on Instagram. If you didn't know, Craig does the shilling, and I go asleep.
I do the shilling, and Rob's like, "Yeah, I've got the social media."
Hang on, I got the accurate representation. Craig does the shilling, and I go. It's unfortunate.
Like a skip barber around the Nordschleife, because you're there thinking, when do I turn? What do I do? Where do I go?
The thing about the Nordschleife is, I mentioned this in the driver speaking, but as I said, it's a 34-kilometer test, but you have to do it over and over and over again. You have to be laser focused, and it takes a huge amount of time to actually master a track like this, because realistically speaking, you're going to be spending hours upon hours upon hours having to master each section of the track. This is the equivalent of, if you stuck, you ever see one of those combo tracks on like F1 where they combine like 6 or 7 F1 tracks together? This is like that, except it's actually for real. Except some of the corners are bonkers, i.e.
Yeah.
Taking a look at something like, for example, Parabolica, or not Parabolica.
It's like doing an extended Kota, isn't it? Because Kota's like a matchup of all the. Good
I've already messed up. It's not Parabolica. You know the corner I'm talking about.
No.
Banked corners. There's 2 of them.
Oh, the carousel.
Carousel. Oh my! Every Nordschleife nerd's gonna rag on me now if I forgot it was carousel.
Everybody should know. Everybody should know the Nordschleife is the carousel. By the way, Jesse Jones is out on his first lap. By the way, set the second fastest time in practice, 7:53.764. The fastest. No, it wasn't Adam Christo. No, it was Ole Steinbraten. 7:52.082. So almost 2 seconds faster than Jesse Jones. Adam Christo was a 7:55.453. Adam Christo, by the way, soloed the last VLN on iRacing. Won it. It wasn't top split, of course. That's not a dig at Adam, but still dominated. So the times we're seeing a few guys in practice did sub 8 minutes, and of course it's hard to string a whole lap together. But it's one of those things where if you can. And this season we're using the VLN track. So you do stadium. Then you decide to do quick right-hander and just miss a bunch of things.
To be fair, I think the proper VLN layout is probably easier because stadium. It's an extra length of track, especially when all you're really looking for is. You don't want to do the traditional Nordschleife start-finish straight because it's very, very not user-friendly. Because it's like the start line is like about 300 meters from a corner, and there's not enough, there's not enough space to safely start cars. But however, with this layout, there is. But when you actually start and that flag drops, you then realize. You're not going to see this again for another 8 minutes.
Yeah, it is. Like, I love Le Mans, and people think, 3 hours of Le Mans. Jesse Jones is getting held up from Dean Timms here. I look at Le Mans and think, 3 hours, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, that's not bad. And then you realise that you've got to do this, and no. So
Ole Steinbraten is the first time on the board. He did a 7:51.306. He seems pretty happy with that. Carter Hutchinson is up next with a 7:55.349. We're not talking 1 minute 55s. I'm talking 7. Christian Furs with his first time. Well done to him. I think they're pulling over, actually. I don't think they want to do another one.
I think it's also just a case of fuel. Some of them do that.
A proper lap might take too much.
I still don't know what's happening with Jesse Jones because he's been held up from Dean Timms. There is no rule about positions and stuff like that at the moment, so he does get by finally. But we're watching Adam Christo on stream, who hasn't done anything at the moment. By the way,
he did his lap. He did his lap, but it was invalid. It would have been a 7:53, 7:94ish.
Okay. Well, Julian Kesselhunt did a 7:53, a 7:53.113. Other times coming in, Christian Socko an 8:02, Neil Butler an 8:02, 8:18. Jesse Jones, by the way, just crossing the line as Oscar Copa puts a 7:54. His RSR teammate's going to be crossing the line. You don't see him on stream at the moment. I will let you know the times. Might be an invalid lap, and it is an invalid lap, so he will have to go again. It looks like he is just going to park up, get into the pits. There's still 27 minutes remaining. Do see Kesselhunt on screen. Matt Heatrick an 8:05.012. Kesselhunt's just entered the green hell. That's how I like to play. He's just entered the green hell and he's down into Hatchenbach right now.
There's the 2 kilometer mark. Now, along this course, there is plenty of markers, so a few of them are placed in good eye shot of the camera. You'll just see them every now and again. You just actually see a marker. I think there's one there. It is 3 kilometers. Coming by the Yokohama sign, down towards the first proper length of, well, it's technically a straight, but you do jump over a hill.
Yeah, into the fluke pack.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just hearing if he lifted or not, and I think he kept his foot down. Or he might have just might have like lifted, but not like, you know how, well, as I would say in NASCAR, you're feathering the throttle. You're not taking your foot all the way off. You're just reducing your amount of throttle. Comes down now into Arenberg right now. This is just, like I said, one of my favorite corners on the track. I mean, you can take your carousel. I'll take Arenberg any day of the week. It's just
I'll take carousel. It's very
carousel?
technical.
Okay.
It's very technical. 6 kilometers. You can just, if this were Monza, we would have been done a lap by now. That's to put it into context for you guys. At the 6 kilometer mark, we would have been done a lap of Monza with a bit to spare. Another time has just gone up. Harry Wills with a 7:59 just broke it there. With
and
a
Joshua Mayer.
Joshua Mayer just
with an 8 minutes.
Just missed the 7-minute barrier, but he did put in a good 8-minute lap, which is
now,
you know, it's quite interesting that he's still going though. I mean, I would not be expecting this car to be doing well here whatsoever.
Well, I remember last season when we saw it just bouncing up and down, and we were just like, we were basically holding on to something.
Yeah, it just looked like it was going to bounce like a trampoline off the track every time it went through a corner, and eventually it did. Well, one did.
Well, I do know that he beat Adam Christo in a race in the weekend around here. Small caveat to that, though. Pick your jaw up. Pick your jaw up. Small caveat. Adam Christo discovered that his shifters weren't working, and Joshua had a 10-second head start.
just like, oh no, wait, come back. Andrea Telewitz with the 8:17. He needs to go. He'll need to go around again, or he might be content. It might be
He's got damage to the back of that car, though.
We might. He might have done an oops, because there's also damage to the front as well. It's thinking emoji time.
Yeah, it looks like he has got some damage. Might have been on his outlap or something. Not entirely sure. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it. He's lost it, and that looks like that's at Megathird and Callan. Yeah, Megathird, looks like it. Callan Hunt. So he's gonna park up, and yeah, there it is, a pristine car. Hats off though. He gets a lap time around here that counts. It's not invalidated. You know, he's kept it in one piece. So hats off, really. It might be an 8:17, but I mean, this isn't the easy for tracks. So hats off for completing a full lap. You know, a full valid lap around it. So I'm not gonna, you know, all these guys are fantastic for doing this because I couldn't.
I have.
I did it. I did just get, you know, 3 laps.
I did it in an LMP.
Oh, you did ILMS, did you?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess where ILMS is going back to next season?
Nordschleife.
Both versions of Nordschleife, GP and the combined. So it's going to be good. Pascal Haas.
Yeah, those Audis, especially if they go with any downforce that is essentially raked to the max. And when I say rake, I mean, you know, at speed, the car's airflow will actually allow it to generate lift, which actually speeds up the car. And truth be told, I am not ready for the amount of people that bottom out at carousel, because it is quite possible that you will. A lot of people have. And in the LMPs, especially going around the carousel, it is absolutely terrifying. But you got plenty of boost, though. You got plenty of boost over a lap.
Plenty of boost over a lap, yeah. By the way, hello to Pascal Haas in chat. Let's go, Julian, for ASR. Yeah, well, we're watching at the moment through the countryside, through the trees, through the forest. That's the better word to say. If we see him coming down, he's going to be on the Dossinger Hoe very shortly. Now he can just relax. Now he can just take his left foot away from the brake pedal. Just stretch it out a little bit. Just make sure it's all okay. But in front of him is Adam Christo, who is 9 seconds up the road, and he is on a lap. It'll be interesting to see what he does. We see some other names coming in. That Ben
Milan
Smith
Tikins. Go ahead.
Milan
Sorry.
Tikins, well, yeah. Sorry, I just saw Ben Smith in 8 minute 9.58. Milan Tikins a 7:58.383. Adam Christo is coming through Tiergarten right now on to the GP front straight. He will see what the time it is. Over to the start finish line is down here. There it is. 7:55.894. He gets a lap and it's P5. He'll be happy with that. He'll be happy with that.
Let's see what Julian Kesselhook can do. He's just coming up behind him. Brace yourselves. That is... Did he improve?
No.
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 He missed the mark by a 10th.
That must be heartbreaking around here. A tenth? A tenth on a, like, you go back to your Monza? A tenth around here is like being 1,000 out, basically.
Yeah.
So... That's consistency, though.
It is consistent, but that must have been annoying because you would have wanted to go for that absolutely banger of a lap, but the iRacing gods say otherwise. You have to settle for second. I'm just noticing now that there are 1 or 2 cars that are clumping together. That is the car number 55, Oscar T. Cooper, with Will Egby. They're giving each other company on the Dottinger Straight. Just see.
They're both on their out laps, so it doesn't really matter what happens to either of them. So who's going to be the one that decides, I don't want to be behind you? I'm surprised Oscar's going to allow Will to do this, because there you go. Will decides, you know what, it's not worth it. Hits the brakes. He's got a big gap behind him as Jesse Jones is on his out lap, so he's just going to take his time and just relax. And yeah, look at the gap he's left himself out, 3 seconds. And in theory, Copa, touch wood, knock on wood, should not be struggling with those 3 seconds, especially with that time, a 7:54.522 from his first lap. Crazy the gaps though. We're talking like 1 second gaps, half-second gaps, which is kind of what you'd expect around such a big track like this, to be fair. But it's still always amazing to see those types of gaps.
I'm just noticing as well, as I'm flicking it through, it seems that a lot of people are actually carrying bits of damage. So I'm not sure what is happening to these poor fellas, but it seems to me that there's a few big accidents going on, and it's just because the track, that length of track is, if you make one mistake, your lap is effectively over. You have to reset and try again. And you can just see on Egby's car, Will Egby, its front splitter is actually damaged quite considerably. If I hazard a guess, it's wobbly now. That should be a straight piece of carbon fiber, but unfortunately, it has become not straight piece of carbon fiber, more like a piece of melted plastic.
No, well, the amount of time that could also be caused by the high curves around the Nordschleife. You just make one wrong mistake, and you will be getting some bouncing. Actually, it looks like his front nose is just, yeah, it looks like that there's no decent shut lines there on that front nose cone. So, would not be surprising if that is what has happened to him. It's a bit of a shame, but again, he'll go around the track, and really, it's just finishing a lap. You have about 30 odd drivers. I didn't get the final number. I counted early. We've got 22 times out there at the moment, which is very respectable, with 17 minutes of qualifying left. So, I'm surprised. That's a very good time. And you've got the guy on the screen that I wanted to talk. I don't know why I wanted to talk about Carter Hutchinson, but you've got him on screen. I know I wanted to talk about him. Check out that beautiful livery from Bushfink. Look at it.
He's coming over the hill. Ooh, there it is. Oh, it is a very nice livery on that car, though. But it's part of a dying breed. Well, I mean, it's already been retired, but
Why they retire it? Probably one. Like I said, it's one of my favorite looking race cars in the GT3s. After the Ferrari, I don't know why I said that.
I'm surprised you keep saying you like the Ferrari. I thought you hated it.
Oh, you know what I hate?
No, you hate red Ferraris. I have to keep reminding myself. But red is a quintessential Ferrari.
No, we've been over this.
Forza Ferrari.
They used red because red was the international, the FIA's international color for the nation. You know, they had to use red. As Britain used British racing green, America used France used blue. I think Germany. Yeah, we did a whole talk about this during a 6-hour endurance race, and somebody linked us to a very nice website giving all the information, all the colors, which I was really impressed at. All these different types of things. International also racing colors. So yeah, Italy originally used Rosa Corsa, and that was the Alfa that did it, and the Maserati, and Ferrari kept with it. France used blue. Germany used silver. White was used by the United States. White with a red sun, according to Italy, and that was the original. And then there's a whole list of them for other countries. But no, Ferrari are not red. They are yellow. They are yellow.
I'm still gonna stick behind Forza Ferrari.
Yeah, I can't change it.
And red's better anyway. I'm totally not biased.
It's the last time you hear us together. I can't live with a man who likes red.
Red's just such a good color.
No, it's alright. It's not my thing. I know what you mean. It's fine. But James Armstrong, you know, he should be driving in blue, and he is driving in blue today.
Yeah, it's Veterans Day. It's a Veterans livery.
And good, because lest we forget, because there was one thing with Remembrance Sunday we had this weekend, Armistice Day. The one thing I said on my social medias was the one thing COVID can't take away. It's our right to celebrate the dead, so it's fantastic that even through all this, everywhere, I've even seen social media posts of America today celebrating those that have fallen. So,
Armstrong just lifted coming up to bravery.
Yeah, looks like he's got a bit, and then he breaks for bravery. Yeah, so must be just it is warming up his tyres as well. But as we were saying, it's nice to see James in this livery. It's a very nice livery to see today, and massive kudos to him, I must admit. That's fantastic to see.
Now, Spencer Vick. And where is his name? I'm just trying to find...
You're trying to find Spencer?
I'm trying to find somebody. No, I found Spencer Vick. Number 69. I mean, haha, funny.
but he is driving the very nice...
I am extremely juvenile, don't mind me.
But he is driving that nice, you know, that Valhalla Simsport livery, which I do love seeing. It's the matte. I just love a matte livery. I just love matte. I think there was an image. I did find an image on our Discord, our Raidillon TV Discord, where you posted a Ferrari 458 in matte red.
Yeah. And you said he liked it.
Yeah, I know. After
so
all
you
my
actually, so you like a red Ferrari?
Yeah, but Matt
converted another one, boys. What I was looking for is Gavin. Where is he?
I don't think he's able to race tonight, if I'm brutally honest.
Ooh. Oh, we just had the first incident caught on camera. Liam Ahern having a bit of an issue there. Don't worry about it, fella. Just get going.
Not the best place to lose it, though, but at least it's out that.
Yeah. Well, this is what he did leading up to it, coming through the first section, and just a bit too much on the 3 kilometer mark. It's where it all went tipsy-turny. Oh! And he hit the wall, but he kept the majority of the car out of it.
I don't think there's much damage, to be fair. Yeah, and the Verne Racing Team, the front of that car is white, so you get to see quite a decent amount there. Always took a lot of that curb going through Arenberg, and you really don't want to take any of the curbs around here.
Well, the sparks just fly up, so.
Yeah.
Now, just to say, Oscar Coper, 7:51.808. Jesse Jones, 6:08. Sorry. Jesse Jones, a 7:52.095. And of course, I've seen Liam Ahern having issues still. I think that damage is taking its toll.
Jesse Jones coming out again. I think it's just for some practice because there's 10 minutes remaining. A lot of cars are going to be struggling to get there. Actually, looking at all these guys out at the moment,
this is the
I
last
don't think
lap.
they're going to set a time. Yeah, definitely the last lap, and some of these guys will not be setting a time. So
I think some people are just like, I'm here for the race. I don't want to bin it in qualifying and feel sad about myself.
Well, Adam Chris, there's 10 minutes remaining, and where is he on track? Is he going to get around? Looks like he's coming out to the YouTube corner very shortly.
Anybody who is currently on their lap will be able to complete it, and anybody who completes a lap within the next minute and 40 seconds will be able to complete another lap. However, anybody who's currently at the start of the lap and not at the second carousel, that's it. This is their last lap. So qualifying probably will end with 5 minutes to go, is my rough estimate. Not AWS certified. This is brain certified.
Brain certified.
Brains.
Brain.
I do like how the people have come out tonight. Thank you for coming out. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Just if you do like, okay, I mean, there's not a lot happening at the moment. The 45-minute qualifying, it doesn't usually happen for the series like this, but of course with such a different racetrack and a different event and style, 45 minutes open qualifying. Very good move by the organisers. If you do like what you see on Raidillon TV, do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We do have perks now with what's it called, super chat and a
membership. You can be a member. Who will be the first one? Who will be the first member? That. Well, I mean, the Raidillon TV account itself is a member technically, but that's cheating. It needs to be somebody who is outside the world. Somebody has to become our first member.
With the very nice emoji.
Do you know what the worst thing is? Have you seen one of the emojis? There's 3 emojis.
Yeah.
I was just randomly on Bottom Split's broadcast when he was doing his stream, and he pulled a face. I was like, I need to have this as an emoji, and they were.
Good old Jordan. But like I was saying, if you do like what you're seeing, you'd like to see some more. By the way, we are the owners, or I wouldn't say the owners. We host the official ILMS broadcast every Friday night at 1900 GMT. Barcelona this week, and it'll be a bit of a send-off for Barcelona because we won't see it for the next 2 seasons.
You won't see it for ILMS, yeah.
Which will be interesting. By the way, we are also on Sunday night, also the broadcast for the Fanatec GT Challenge, the GT1s going around, and I think it's a very fun track this week because it's a free track. It's Laguna Seca. So if you do have a GT1 or a Ford GT3, which because it's a GT3,
Ollie Steinbraten just went faster, just a little bit, but he did go faster.
Yeah, he did go faster. Sorry, I was just doing
7:51.245. Yeah, you can
see
the
if you do have a Ford GT3, it doubles as a GT2, so you can race it in the GT1 series. But it's Laguna Seca this week, and the broadcast split Sunday, 19:45 GMT. be nice to see some people there because it's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting race at Laguna. Let's be brutally honest. But
Yeah.
that of ILMS is what we're looking forward to the most, if I'm brutally honest. But I'm more interested right now at this race because it's Nordschleife. No matter how many corners we get wrong, no matter how bad our German pronunciation is, because I didn't really do a lot of German at school, it promises to be really good. But by the way, Oli Steinbraten did that lap, by the way, with damage to his fender, his rear fender.
Well, I mean, you know, he's just like, what's a corner?
What's a corner? Adam Christo's on an out still, so it'll be interesting to see.
He won't be able to do another one.
Really?
Yeah, if he's on an out lap, if he's not currently on a lap, he won't be able to set another. You only have 5 minutes on the clock. It's not like Formula 1. If it ticks down to 0, you still anybody who's on the lap still gets to finish it. Once it hits 0, doesn't matter where you're on the track.
Could you imagine that though? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine the stress?
Oh
that
no,
would be?
no.
Could you imagine the stress?
No. I think it's better to do it this way, and also, you know, somebody could just, you know, mess with it as well, and just be like, you know, messing with the service to lock them up.
But anyway,
like just being like, go slow enough that you don't, or go fast enough that you don't trick the system, but go slow enough so it's just like a 7-minute lap around an Nordschleife. It takes 14 minutes or something like that.
You'd only get one lap around there, would it?
Yeah, but it's still 7 extra minutes, and that time costs money. Time is money.
Time is money. By the way, I'll tell you what isn't money. Well, actually, you know what is money, as they say in the street term. This car's money. The best car on the track. Who just blinked. It's Christian Furs in the Raidillon TV car, leading the amateurs at the moment in qualifying.
And he's the fastest amateur on the track right now. I mean,
just said that.
Well, no, you said he's the fastest amateur. He's the fastest in class. But as oh my crikey!
What have we done? What have we done? We just jinxed him.
Well, he survived. That's the only excuse that I have. But I've never seen a car do this. If you just replay exactly what had happened, he's coming up to the carousel, second carousel now on this view. Let's just try and get a view down there, just to see exactly what happened. He's just coming into the second carousel, and the car is just sheer ejected, and he just almost goes up on 2 wheels and flips to his right hand side. But at least he kept it going.
That second carousel, in my opinion, is worse than the first carousel, just because it's very quick. We have seen in our broadcast before so many cars get thrown out of that one, more than really getting thrown out the first carousel. So it is a horrible corner. Like I said, I would rather do the first carousel than that one. Just for stuff like that. I don't like it. It triggers me a little bit, if I'm brutally honest. And the amount of crashes we've seen. I think every time we've done a broadcast here, there's been a crash there. So what does that say?
Go fish.
Have you got a pair of twos?
No.
That's when you say go fish. Ah!
I haven't played Goldfish in so long. By the way, we're just ticking down now to 2 minutes, and we still have that rogue. I still have to fix that rogue camera. There's a rogue camera on the 24-hour set that just goes to like the first carousel, and it's just like
Neil Butler's gone fast, by the way. An 8 minutes 7:07, the latest time on track. He's gone up about 5-6 spots, so a really good time here. And I'm just looking at all these cars out here at the moment. They're all on outlaps, so Copa. So I don't think there's anybody. Jonas Dreyer is the first car that will be setting a time. He's in the Raidillon TV Audi. So we can, I wouldn't say, what do they say nowadays? Simp? I wouldn't simp for it, but, oh, he's not going to get any time to go around though, is he? He's on, yeah. I think everybody probably done now. 2 minutes ago, I think that's probably it. Because everybody's on their laps, but there's only 2 minutes left. Shall wait and see. Out. Where, by the way, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes remaining at the moment. Still sitting at the top there, Steinbraten leading the field. 7:51, 2:44. Copa just behind him with a 7:51.608, and then Jesse Jones at 7:52.094. Julian Kessel up that 7:53.113, and the 7:53. Oh, Adam Christo went faster. A 7:53.662, so he remains P5. And there's only 2 seconds between himself and Steinbratton. So the top 5 separated by 2 seconds, which sounds a lot, but on a place like this, it's not. Especially when you get in the slipstream. So it'll be interesting to see if Alan Christo can do a bit of extra speed going down against everybody. We're talking about the amateurs quickly. By the way, if you're looking at the screen, probably worked it out by now. The green, the numbers in the green are the pro drivers, and the numbers in the orange or the yellow, they are the amateurs. So we can see at the moment you've got Christian Furst leading the amateurs. They're all racing at the same time. They're all racing on the same part of the track. So that's that. Christian Furst 7:59.471. Harry Wills 7:59.637. And Joshua Mayer, I think the lone Ford out here today. I haven't seen any other Ford. Really? No other Ford? Come on. Where's the Fords tonight? Joshua Mayer there with an 8:072. So some interesting times out here today. I'm going to be honest. Now, one thing I will stress, there is no fast repairs around. So, crash, you crash. That's it. So you're going to have to just hold on for dear life. The checkered flag does come out, and that will give everybody 12 minutes left to set a time. So, will Joshua Mayer come across the line? I think it's him setting a lap. A 7:58.701, so he leads the amateurs by what is the gap there? 7/10 of a second. He gets the lead amateurs. Josh Seymour will now cross the line. He's not done a lap yet so far, and he won't do a lap. It's an invalid lap. So start to see cars going by. Jonas Dreyer will be we've got 3 cars out on track. Jonas Dreyer, who has not set a time at the moment, or a legit time. Andrew Miller, currently P20 with an 8:03.399. And Neil Butler, who sets with the 14th at the moment overall. He set an 8:07.07. Oscar Copa is out, and this lap will count. So he's going for broke 3.5 tenths behind Steinbratton. But looking to get going, I think. Can he really make a good time? That is the ultimate question. Jonas Dreyer will be the first one out of these drivers to set a time. Don't know what Jonas Dreyer is going to do, by the way. He set an 8. In practice, he did an 8:32.570.
So how many cars are left out on track?
4 cars. 4 cars. Jonas Dreyer, Andrew Miller, Neil Butler, and Oscar Copa.
Is Oscar going to try and go for another one? And also,
He is.
I was wrong, by the way. It is if you're still on your lap, you can do another. Because the qualifying's still going. But
yeah,
it is good to see that Oscar is going to try again. I think he is the one that is. He's probably going to be the last one to cross the line. Neil Butler's coming up into the first carousel. Andrew Miller is on the Dottinger straight, as is Dreyer. So Oscar T. Cooper will be the lap to watch. So he's just going by Rebel Tree now. Hello, Rebel Tree.
Hi, Rebel Tree.
Yeah, we only saw it for about a split second, but he is going to be interesting, this one, because he will try and beat Ole Steindraten. He needs to beat him by just under 6/10, so it'll be a bit difficult, but he can do it, you know.
From Jonas Dreyer, 7:57.814, slots himself into the top 10 with a P9 there.
Well done.
Great time there, him. Yeah, definitely well done. So now we really pay attention to Neil Butler, who is the next car to set to try and set a lap time.
He's 15th at the moment with an 8:07.08. He is currently 9 seconds off the pace, but he's only 0.04 of a second behind the car ahead of him, James F. Costa. It's a group of 4 amateurs that are all doing their own thing. In the 7:59s-ish area. By the way, Josh and Mayer did a 7:58, so he went back out again and he bet our boy Christian Furs by 0.7 of a second, which around here would be the equivalent of. Yeah, that'd be a few hundredths of a second in, like, you know, Monza or the equivalent. But around here, that's a good. Ooh, Butler almost getting ejected by the second car. So that's not what you want to see. Or, well, it's definitely not what you want to. Ooh, it upsets the car really if you do that too many times.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of grass. I just see a little bit of grass pit there. So he's still going. If he had an off track, he would be. Yeah, he would be in a bit of a worry. So I'm just sorry. I'm just looking at the stupid chat there. Not sure what's going on. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we always talk about Racing Sim Rigs. What is the prizes for the series? By the way, may I ask? Well, the winners of the amateurs and the winners of the pros win.
Racing Sim Rig. And also today we also get to choose who wins a prize.
No pressure.
No pressure. We get to choose who wins a very nice Nordschleife. What should I describe this as? It's a wall post. And it's massive.
By the way, Butler does go faster. Does a 8:254. Just puts him a place ahead. Basically, it's one of those those canvas photos, ladies and gentlemen, or canvas artwork. And it's split up into little pieces. So it's like in L shape, like a barcode shape, type, a barcode line style. It's like that for the Nordschleife. It's a really nice looking poster. Well, or wall mount or wall, artwork. And we get to choose for our driver of the day. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to be keeping our eyes on as many people as we can. Because usually our driver of the day comes at the front of the field, but you never know. Driver of the day might come from the back of the field today. It'll be interesting to see. And just because you win the race does not mean you get driver of the day. That doesn't mean you should bin it and then try and make a heroic fight back up the field.
Spatial art blocks. Spartan Clan, I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you. Spatial art blocks. Thank you.
Did I say spatial or spatial?
I think you said spatial. Yeah.
Okay, good. I would have just been like, oh no, I've done a Craig on it. Oh no.
Right, Oscar Copa is the last car to set a lap. Almost sliding. He comes into the run into the Dossinger Ho. 7:51.608 is his time. He's 3.5 tenths slower than pole Ollie Steinbraten. He's got 5 minutes to finish his lap time. So come on, Oscar. Come on. No pressure, but he will cross the line. But yes, as we were saying, winners of both series. If you've never heard of the Racing Sim Rigs, they will win a sim rig from Racing Sim Rigs. How many times do I have to say sim rig there? But shout out to the sponsors, by the way, Racing Sim Rigs. They do provide some fantastic sim rigs at affordable prices. If you do want to check them out, we have a link. You can check them out at Racing Sim Rigs. If you search on Google, fantastic sponsor of this series and other series as well. As Oscar Copa is about to cross the line, comes out of Tiergarten onto the GP circuit. What will he set? He will cross the line right now. It's going to be a 7:54. Not fast. Not fast.
He ran out of fuel.
Oh,
the poor man ran out of fuel just as he was coming over the line, and he lost all that speed. But that is it. I think that is qualifying done and dusted. So let's break out the results of qualifying. So Ole Steinbraten with a 7:51.245 safely and comfortably into the 7 minutes does himself proud by being first, just 2 or 4 tenths of a second ahead of Oscar T. Coper in second position, with Jesse Jones not too far behind with his 7:52.095. And that he's the only one that has actually done that, because everybody else is still doing 7:53s or onwards. So, with that, it is a RSR 1, 2, 3 by G Performance, or sorry, by G Performance, 1, 2, 3, and it's a lockout, really, isn't it? It's just.
I just want to say, Carter Hutchinson gets the P7, and a great drive from Carter there, 7:55, 2:23, and he has the nerve to tell people, "Could you slow down, please?"
Slow down.
I mean, 4 seconds around here is nothing. And you got to remember that could be qualifying pace. You know, it might be. We saw Oscar was on low fuel to do a qualifying lap, so for all we know, Carter could be sandbagging, could be full fuel. You just never know. So everything changes when you're in racing conditions compared to, you know, when you're doing qualifying. So be interesting. Now Milan Tikins is saying, you know, you get a sub 8 minutes and that's good, but then you then see somebody with 7:51 as you see with Steinbratcher. So very interesting as well. The amateurs also is very interesting after Joshua Mayer just turned everything upside down, getting that 7:58, 7:01. He'll lead the amateurs off with Christian Furs there behind him, and then Harry Wales in third. So really good. And James Costa and Christian Sokol. And then really the amateurs, they're all a little bit at the back. So we'll keep an eye on them. But in terms of pace, it looks like those 5 might be the big names we're looking at. Only 29 qualified. So that leaves about 12, about Baker's dozen maybe. Not qualifying, so they'll be at the back in respective numbers, positions. And it is, by the way, no more grid starts in RSR. It is a formation rolling start.
A double file rolling restart. And this is going to be extremely difficult because it's going to be.
Shout out to Spencer Vick, by the way. Sorry. Spencer Vick, I saw he lost internet. The internet company showed up to do work.
Oh. That is unfortunate.
And apparently they showed up 2 hours too late.
That is extremely unfortunate.
Yeah, that is unfortunate there for Spencer. That's a shame. But anyway, you were saying. Or you weren't saying.
I was going to say, it is just 45 seconds till the session takes over to the race. So it's going to be an hour long of us two trying not to go, oh, and he spun his pizza 180 degrees. It'll be us.
You're the one that says that. I don't say it.
I had to do it.
I can't do a Murray Walker.
And he spun his pizza man 180 degrees in the float plats.
You know that he has like really weird way, with no offense to Murray, he's got really ways of pronouncing things.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was never Barrichello. It was Rubens Barrichello.
Rubens Barrichello.
Yeah, Barrichello. No, sorry, he said Barrichello, didn't he? Yeah, Rubens Barrichello. Heinz Harold Frentzen. Just always had.
Heinz Harold Frentzen. Oh no!
It's Frentzen. Sorry.
No! It's Hill.
Oh, no. A minute of Murray Walker impersonation just because we're warming ourselves up for an hour.
Because it is the green hell, so.
And James Armstrong's got issues. He can't go 100% throttle. That is horrible.
Oh no.
No. That's a shame.
So if you think you're having issues, let the chat let us know. You know.
But by the way, we will try and keep up to date. We will try and keep up to date with as much as we can. But we do have our live timings now in chat. By the way, live timings.raidillon.tv provided by Adverb. We'll try and keep an eye on them. We'll try and keep an eye on what's happening on the track. We'll try and keep an eye everywhere. 30 to 40 cars around here is a challenge in itself. So if we do miss
it's not a challenge if it's top 3 are RSRs.
We're not going to show RSRs for the whole hour. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I know that, but I mean, especially if the 3 of them decide to go racing, each other.
This is starting to feel like a weekly occurrence now for Paul Julian Kesselhut there, isn't it? There he is on the second row. To the right of him's an RSR. In front of him's an RSR. Who looks over to the corner of his eye, there's an RSR. It's always P4 for Julian at the moment. It reminds me of that. I don't know if you remember when Martin Brundle discovered that he wasn't doing the monster interviews, post-race interviews, and he was saying, "Oh, I always get the worst ones, don't I? You won again, Lewis. You couldn't beat him, Valtteri. You just weren't fast enough, Max." So that's what it feels like with Julian right now.
It's just like you're behind the RSR, guys. You've got people around you. How do you feel, Julian? So we've got two cars that are not taking the grid at this point in time. James Goldstein has not taken the grid, nor has Spencer Vick, but we already unfortunately heard that he has internet issues. We are getting up to the grid line. This is Raidillon TV, the only corner that you'll ever need. Here is 1 hour of the Nurburgring Nordschleife. Craig, it's all yours.
All here now. They're going to be waiting to go because it will be a wait to see what happens. We're waiting to see what Steinbratton decides to do. He will hold them. There is no go. You'll see the green flag, but it's not go until Steinbratton goes. And that looks like that's Kesselhut trying to get an early slipstream. He does. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Steinbratton, Cooper, and Jones at the front. It's all going to be on to them to see if they do anything good. Who's going to make a surge down into the first corner? Everything looks pretty clear at the front. Kesselhut tries to make a move into Jones and can't make it stick. They're going to go side by side as they go around stadium, and Kesselhut has to yield and keeps on going right here. He's got Adam Christo behind him. Meanwhile, around the back, they look like they've all got pretty well off. Joshua Mayer's lost a spot, and Jonas Drea's lost a couple. And Christian First has been going up the field. A couple bit of two wide there going at the moment. That looks like Adam Christo will. HB had a really good run here. It looks like he's going to be taking out Christo, but this is not the normal layout. So Adam Christo with the inside line does hold on to that P5, but the more he battles HB, the more he has to deal with losing time to Kesselhut. So what can he do? But still at the front, it is Steinbratton, Copa, and Jones.
So Adam Christo in 5th position. We'll worry about the top 5 just at another point. It is amateur hour here. Well, amateur bit here for now because the amateurs are on average about, according to my calculations, they're about 6 seconds a lap slower than the top pros, and that is top amateurs versus top pros, and this is one of them. Christian Furs already up into 11th position according to the top stopwatch, and he's now entering the green hell section itself and attempting to hold on to his hat, and very, very well done to everybody who started. Absolutely no cars have been off so far, and just brace yourself for the inroad. By the way, 2 minutes have already passed. They have just entered the green hell. That should give you absolutely everything you need to know about how this race will go down. Harry Wills, by the way, falling back a few positions. He's lost the rear end of Joshua Mayer. He's got Neil Butler in between himself and P12, and you can just hear the cars just going just whizzing by the car, man.
Already there's gaps. Mayer, Butler, Will Smith in the gap for the 4 of them here. About a second and a half between them all, and then about a second and a half in front of them is Christian Firth. Second and a half behind those guys is Christian Stockel. So it's all going on at the moment. Wills needs to get by Butler, but he has to get by fairly. And Butler's trying to get by Mayer as well. He's got some really good speed. Ford's not having a good time around here, as Joshua would say, it's one of its worst tracks. And look at the early braking as well down to Arenberg for Mayer. So just holding on a little bit here. Just got to keep it clean, got to keep it safe. Harry Wills is right on the back, and he loves the challenge. He loves this track, and he's really showing at the moment. But not a lot of places to make some overtakes, and you can do it on these straights, but this straight is not really straight enough, if you see what I mean, because they come in to Arndorf, into Megatsfield, into Allenhard, and at Megatsfield, there's Calenhard. It's nothing to go, and now really this is where you look at making your moves. Come down here, just wait for some little kink down there, and then hopefully you make the move, but then you come into the hard bits here, and it's just so hard. Where do you look?
This is a starter where the bolts are turned down and you're just not able, and we're just going to see the section right now from the end, sort of realistically what you would be able to see at home if you were a fan cam. There's actually a fan cam for the Nordschleife. It just, you know, has all these sort of compilations of exotic cars, crashes, etc. But you really do have to see this track in person, because once you do, you can just see how difficult it can be. So let me give you an example. This is one particularly dangerous section here that we're looking at right now. I mean, it's got a lot of graffiti on it, so it's very sort of distinguishable. But like, look how little grass there is. Look how little grass there is on these sections. And we're still on board with Harry Rose, by the way. He's just coming into your screens now. He's that pink and black Z4 that you just saw going by your screens. He's currently chasing down Neil Butler, but he's being chased down by Ben Smith, so he's in a field of pros right now. And we do have attacks at the back. That's James Armstrong with a broken pedal, having to come up all the way. He started 30th, and he's already in 26th, so he is making up gains.
Got it fixed. And by the way, there's a battle here between Chris Danes and Matt Heatrick. Not really, again, it's a pro and an amateur, just waiting for a right move. And of course, they're on these straights, but going to be careful here because they're coming up to what's known as Bravery Corner. He's not going to try and take it too wide in the entry into Bravery Corner. They are, and Heatrick decides to yield. Nice little battle in front of Chris Danes though right now. It's Mensner and Rouse, the amateurs, battling as they come down into the prelude to the carousel right now. And it looks like there's already a little bit of damage on the back of Mensner's car there. Just a rear right. That's a
oh no, Andrew Miller, he's gone off.
And Miller's off. Where is Miller? Oh yeah, he's down all the way back. What happened to Miller? You're about to see.
Oh, he got sent on the inside by James Armstrong coming up to the corner before. He's off, but he's not out. He just has been shifted extremely out of place in that sense. A bit too greedy from James Armstrong there. But all is well in war, and make sure that everybody else gets out of it. Now, Conor Bowman. Oh, just
go on. Sorry,
I was going to say, Conor Bowman and James A. Pierce are going at it as well. But they're down. The two of them are also out of all sorts out of force. James Pierce, by the way, has made up 6 positions since the start of this race. Conor Bowman has lost 3. And you can just see the 25 and 35. Those number plates, they update when you cross the line. So Nordschleife is a very good place to see where things have happened. And on our scoreboard here on the left side of the screen, you can see where people have been, where they were, and you can count. Because James Armstrong is now open to 25th. Dion Phillips has gone from 20th all the way up into something like, where is he? Dion Phillips. He's gone up into 17th. So you can just see the order of things that are changing all the time. And we're just having to balance ourselves between groups of people. I know we want to focus on the leaders, but we have all of these battles going on down below. And we have one right now. That is Chris Danes and Dennis Meissner. It's a pro and amateur for 23rd. Chris Danes was 29th at the start of this race, and Dennis Meissner is 22nd, so he won't be necessarily losing position. He'll just be shuffling the order around. Oh, Chris Danes going around the outside in a very difficult position. It's not very easy to overtake here, so he's turning the crank.
He is turning the crank. Sorry, I'm just keeping my eyes at the front of the field as well because they hit the Dottinger Hoe, but these 3 guys all hit the Dottinger Hoe at the same time, and this is what we are looking at, the trials and tribulations of this track. We were saying about how everything will look far away, and then you get to the Dottinger Hoe, and it's just gone. Chris Danes is now behind 2 amateurs, and it feels like a NASCAR race. Which lane do I want? Do I want to take the high side? Do I want to take the low side? Not pretty sure, but it looks like Mensner and Heatrick goes side by side, the big button. Heatrick holds it. Brilliant move into Tiergarten. Just fantastic, and Danes just decides, yeah, I'm going to hold off. So decides against it. It's a brilliant driving there, and now for a lot of people, their relatives will update Steinbratton, by the way, is 2 seconds ahead after a lap, followed by Copa and Jones. Nothing changed there. Kesselhunt had tried to catch on. Adam Christoph not having a good time with it at the moment. He is
James
second.
Armstrong just passed Dennis Meissner. He's now up into 24th. He's already gained a spot. It's only been 1 corner of a lap 2 of prospective 8. They will have to take a pit stop, I think.
Yeah, they definitely have to take a pit stop around here. I'm pretty sure about that. It's one of the longer races. So
roll camera again.
Roll camera.
Watch this back again, by the way, if you can, Pig. Whenever we get to lap 2, or the second lap, just watch the camera just zips over to what's it called, the first carousel, and just out of nowhere, Jesse Jones has lost a position. We've just missed this, by the way. We've just missed this. This wasn't the move. Julian Kesselhunt in the car number 3, taking on the car number 37. That is Jesse Jones just ahead of him. Look how he makes this move. This is coming into the chicane. Oh, Jesse Jones, he overcooked it. He overcooked it.
That's a hard one to overcook because they used the endurance chicane to a very faster chicane compared to what the F1 drivers use, but he has cooked it a little bit.
That's a bit of air. Oh dear.
Bit of air, and actually, to be fair, the both rear fenders have some damage to it. So Adam Christo might be licking his lips at the moment. A little bit of struggle to start the races. He's been basically towing along with everything, and Will must be thinking, I'm getting a first-hand tour of the Nordschleife from the Nordschleife champion, and it's doing well, but these 4, by the way, these 4, Copa, Jones, Kesselhut, Christo, Egby, okay, these 5, maybe, I've just got my numbers wrong, they're all still bunched up at the front of the field. Steinbratton's gone. Steinbratton's just out of it at the moment. He's kind of checked out already after 1 lap, but everybody else in this 8-lap race, hour-long race, they're all bunched up, and you can see Christo will be looking to make the move when he gets up there, but it may be, like I was saying earlier, or I have been saying all the time, it's going to be one of those things where you just want to, hold on for the Dossinger hope.
Just to clarify, by the way, Goldstan and Spencer Vick, they're both back. They're going to race. But unfortunately, they're not going to be able to really gain anything. Sorry, guys. But we do have Simon. Oh, Simon Dodd is in the pits with a massive amount of damage. We'll try and see if we can get him something. And Jack Ross, he's also damaged.
Oh, he's got a lot of damage to the rear of that. Looks like he's hit a wall maybe or something. The amount of damage there. You might be able to see on the replay right now.
Oh, crikey.
And that is, wow. And that is coming into Arenberg, it looks like. He's lost it coming into Arenberg. That's a massive hit.
Just to play in slow motion how this happened, you can just see the rear end kicking out. He tries to correct it, but it's way too late, and off he goes into the barrier. Nothing can be done for his car. It is damaged, but it's not too damaged so that he can't drive, but he's going to have to be very careful. He was 24th, or 21st. He is now 34th. And that's a car ahead of him gone off. That's Peter Johansson having a bit of an issue. He's also carrying damage, but not too much. Just a bit of the front left is a bit oofed. That is a technical term.
By the way.
Oh no, it's really gone wrong for him. He's just gone off. Oh, I've cursed the man.
You have cursed the man. I've been watching James Costa, by the way, in the amateur car, the number 67 BMW. Tried to make a move on Tobias Younger earlier there, going down X-Mall, but could not make it. It's one of those hard things. You see this replay, by the way. Such a shame. And of course, when you hit the walls around here, that's it. You kind of like stuck there.
Yeah, you're a passenger essentially. If you're very lucky, and he's having to park the car. Jack Roots is very lucky that he's not in the same boat. I would have reckoned he would have had a much harder hit, but we do have a battle. It's a 3-way. 1 pro and 2 amateurs. By the way, welcome to everybody that's just joined us. I have no idea where you've come from, but we're happy to have you. It is green for pros, yellow for amateurs on your left-hand side of your screens, so you can have a peruse. Chris Daines, by the way, he's gone up from 24th to, I think that is 20th. James Armstrong hasn't gained another 3 places, so he's done very well. Matt Heatrick has gone up. Oh no, he's stayed the same, but Zachariah Jama, who I thought was you know, he was toddling along, you know, having a good time. He's now gained himself a few positions. He's having a bit of a scrap. He's going to try and see if he can chase down 24th Dennis Meissner. He started 34th and he's already gained 7 positions, so there's plenty to be gained around here. All you need to do is survive. But for the Green Hell, it is extremely difficult. Now, coming past the first carousel. First half.
Oh, we're gonna spin! We're gonna spin! We're gonna spin! Castle Hut's off! Castle Hut is off! Castle Hut has lost it coming down, and he's lost it himself. It's just gone. The car's just gone.
Careful, Castle Hut.
And also, by the way, we missed it. HP overtook Christo, but at the same time, Castle Hut is now down into what's that? 13th position. Had to hold on a little bit there, but. Just a weird mistake there. I'm not exactly sure where that was. That kind of looked like that was around Friction, Whipperman, somewhere around there. He's at YouTube corner now, so...
Oh, he cut the grass and the car slid around. Yeah. You can just see it there.
I think that was Whipperman. I'm not entirely sure someone will correct me.
Oh, no, he spun. He didn't hit the wall, which is good. So he didn't hit the wall. He doesn't have damage necessarily, but... The damage is this. 9 places. And it could be more because Ben Smith is coming up and he's got tires that are not going to be absolutely burning. He's 1.4 seconds behind Julian Castle Hut, but Julian, keep your head in the game, champ. Not a lot of damage. You just need to recalibrate and try again.
Almost get the grass again. In front of him, he will try and get the slipstream of Wheels. But Wheels is in a battle right now with Mayer. That in front of him is the P2 in the amateur. So let's just have a quick look at that in a moment. This BMW just goes sayonara right by from that board. The slipstream just takes it. And Harry Wheels puts his nose in front down the Dossinger Ho. He will take that P2 in the amateurs away from Mayer. Mayer has lost 2 places overall this race. He started pole for the lead amateur. It's now P2. And Wheels had to take a little bit of a lift there that compromised Mayer. But down into Tiergarten. Wheels will hold on to this Mayer to realise that it hits the brakes. And very smart move from Mayer there. He almost went into the back and just holds on. Now Kessel wants to use that to his advantage. Wants to use that slipstream to his advantage. And I'm pretty sure Mayer will try. He's 0.3 of a second behind. I think he's a bit too far away to try for a move. But we'll just keep it down. Our eyes down as he goes down in.
Somebody else tried that move, by the way.
He's going to do it, by the way. No, he can't. Go on.
Sorry. Just to cut across very quickly, another person tried the exact same move that Harry did, and it worked. James Armstrong is now up into 20th position. He's gained another 5 positions this past lap. This man's on a mission. He's just stomping his foot and saying, "What's slow? I don't know what being slow means." Marius Yankes also got damage. He's towed. I don't know if we can figure out what happened to him. I will see if I can, but he is also in the pits as well. And we still have that road camera.
Well, Julian Kesselhut is now putting himself in between Mayer and Will. His campaign to fight back has begun. But at the front of the field, oh, it's got crazy. Steinbratton is gone. Coper is gone. Jones is trying to go. Behind him is Adam Christo, who's still got Edgeby right behind him. And he will not leave him. He will not leave Adam Christo. Just stop behind, and he has gotten ahead a couple times down on straight. But Christo driving a conservative race at the moment in P4 overall, just holding on. And yeah, Edgeby doing really well here at the moment, just holding as he can. But not a lot you can do at the moment. By the way, I'm amazed that the gap between the last car is only 1:30. Yeah, Simon Dodd, he just came out the pit. So, you know, the cars that haven't pitted, there's only like a minute between them and the leader. So, really not bad pace overall by everybody when you think after a few laps it's only a minute.
Here's a question for you. Do you take tires here? I know it's only an hour race, and the general consensus is that you don't. But yeah, would you gain time?
No. The track's 19 Celsius, that's 67 Fahrenheit for everybody in America. It's not something I would look at. around here at the moment. It just does not pay off for you. So that time difference is not going to help. Some may gamble. Some have got nothing to lose may gamble. But the amount of time you'll be in the pits on those jacks, it just does not add up. So that's my opinion right now. As you can see, just over trying to put that. No, that's that is asking Jesse Jones, sorry, trying to pull away. I wonder who it was for a moment.
Yeah, sorry, Jesse Jones is the car in third place with Adam Cristo behind him. And now there's a Gagolo 3 being led by Adam Cristo. It's basically a what's the word for it? I'm trying to think of it.
There's a German train.
It's literally a German train.
Let's just put it like this. In the top 10 right now are 7 BMWs. In the top 8 are 7 BMWs. Adam Cristo
is the outlier.
It's the outlier. And he's using... everyone's using the BMW, let's be honest, a bit overpowered at the moment. Adam Cristo is using the Mercedes because that's what he drives. And he is driving the socks off this thing at the moment and doing well.
That is Simon Dodd, I think, ahead of them. He caught him at a very good time, so he did. Ooh! Still have to clench your butt, though. Not because he was doing anything dangerous, but just isn't any space. He has to... That poor lap's car, he's doing his best. Like, literally, Simon Dodd is doing his best, but where can he go? There's not enough track to really pull over. If you get caught on the grass, you risk upending everybody's poor race. So you just have to pray. That is literally what you have to do around this track. That you pray. You pray for everything you can. Remember, just a reminder of the current situation at the back. We've got 3 cars. Andrew Miller is in the pits. He's towed now. He's the newest entry into the pits.
Oh, that's heavy damage. When there's no window on the back of that car, you know there's heavy damage.
Oh no, man, heat trick's gone off. And I can actually show you what exactly happened. Look at this damage. That car is not drivable. Oh yeah, it's not drivable.
Looks like he's coming down to Exmol very shortly. And... no, it's not Exmol, but look at this damage.
Oh!
That's... wow. Heavy impact. Heavy impact.
What happened here? Oh, he caught the grass and... oh.
Did well to avoid the car in front, though. In all due fairness, kept it away to keep the car in front.
Just to replay it in slow motion just to see. There. That's when he caught the grass and the car just went, nope. And this exactly is how lethal grass can be. Grass kills.
Grass is good.
Grass kills. Oh no, we've got another casualty, Dennis Meissner. He's having issues as well. Poor Dennis. Oh, he came up to pass Gravery and the 30-kilometer mark said hello. And he just he got dragged all the way up until the corner just before Carousel. Now, I just want to have a look at that at the chopper view, if I can get that up very quickly. Look at this. You can just see as they're charging up the hill, he's chasing down what I think is... ooh, I'm trying to figure out what that is. This is Bravery now. Takes us fine. Yeah, and fine. And then he's coming up towards the more... he already has to slow down. Look at the car. The car just rejects it. The car just rejected him and just sent him into the wall. The car just stepped out of line. And he just could not make it work. And now that car is one sad panda. Cannon Bowman, by the way, getting overtaken by Tim Scheistag. 2 of them have made up a few positions. Cannon Bowman has made up 3. Scheistag, I think, has made up this lap. Yeah, he's made up a lot this lap. He's made up 7 this lap. He was 29th. He's 22nd now. So the amateurs even if you're not the greatest racing driver in the world, there's still plenty to scrap for here. And some of these are doing really well. Jonas Dreyer has gotten himself into the top 10. He's chasing down Milan Tikins. So now it is time for battle, and Will Egby is battling again with Adam Christo as they come down towards it. Will he make it? He has made it this time. Adam Christo has yet to yield. He's back where he started.
That Will Egby started, but he did this last lap. But he did this last lap, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does, because just before the end of the last lap, he did make the overtake. So now he's got a whole lap behind Will. I don't know if he'll be happy with that. He did set his fastest lap, by the way, 7:57.4, but Will was 7:56.8. Now, a lot of that was slipstream assisted. They almost touched coming into the first corner. I don't think Adam was expecting a bit of a lock up there from Will, but does hold on to it into stadium. Now, the gap 0.5 is probably the best battle on the field at the moment, just for the gap.
No, Christian Furs! No, Christian Furs, don't do this! No! No, Christian, he was in the top 10. Why'd you do this to me, Julian?
Well, Julian's making up, to be fair, Julian's made up some good time. It was only a 7:59.1 last lap, but he has been overtaking cars left, right, and centre. He's made up about 4 places in that last lap. So really on his charge back into the top 10 he goes. Jonas Dreyer is 6.4 behind, in front of him next. Just in that battle with Milan Tikins. So we'll see if Kesselhut can play spoiler to those.
Just to say, Chris Danes has pulled in. He's got a lot of damage himself. There's a few cars now that are starting to see.
It's the graveyard. It's the graveyard. It's not a pit lane, it's a graveyard at the moment, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes at the moment. So, what do we see coming at the moment? You see the top, see the top positions on your screen at the moment. Can you see coming around? We're trying to get an idea of the battles at the moment, because we know the RSR guys have basically just checked out. They've driven really well. 8B trying to battle on with Christo. It could be interesting. Hutchinson losing a bit of time that last lap. Almost getting drawn into Eggstone there, but Tikins and Dreyer is another battle to look out for. Dreyer almost losing the car. See the back glide out there, and then grabs a bit of the grass there coming down that straight before they get to the fluke pads. 0.5. Now the dirty air here for Dreyer is going to affect him when he hits. I hear a lift. I hear a lift. And you can tell with the lift because he doesn't use all that road. And he loses some time on Tikins, but dirty air and that corner, I don't really think you've got a choice. And I think Armstrong's made a no. Armstrong's just overtaken a lap car, but he is battling Dion Phillips right now.
You could just see how much he's having to wrestle the steering. Well, not wrestle the steering wheel, but he's having to give quite significant inputs for how much he's having to go through. Essentially, the area past the fluke flats. He's having to really start to wrestle the car in some areas, and you can just feel how bumpy it is. Just the way the car is shifting around, it's not stable really in a way. But he is holding strong. He is able to keep up with Tikins, so he's definitely putting in the work. Coming up to Rebel Tree now. You won't be able to see Rebel Tree. Well,
I can see it.
We get to say hi to Rebel Tree 8 times. It feels good, It feels like you're seeing an old friend.
It is an old friend. It's great to see. This battle's really fun though, because this Audi is holding really BMW. We know the BMW is a strong car at the moment, so it's ready to keep up where he is. He's doing really well. Do a sub 8 minutes as well. Really pushing hard on that. And we're not saying that because it's a Raidillon TV car. We know the jokes. We usually make the jokes of it, but Dreyer is really working this car. He's really doing well at the moment, so good to see. Like I said, apart from HB and Christo, there is no battle at the front of the field, apart from this, and Dreyer Tikins, but that's more like just to like the tier 2, not the midfield. You're looking at like the tiers of the groups at the moment, but everybody is pretty spaced out at the moment. I don't think there's any other battles going on around the field, and Well, Ben Smith.
We
trying
do
to
have
get by.
plenty. Yeah, exactly. We were thinking on the same wavelength. Like I saw Ben Smith and Neil Butler. They're actually behind the car of Wills and Joshua, who are in their own battle. Well, it's more like a what you call it? It's a proxy battle. Joshua Mayer has lost the rear end of Wills. I mean, they're doing very similar lap times. I mean, it's a 10th difference right now over an 8-minute lap, which is extremely good, but you've also got to contend
Mayer
with...
might be slowing down to let Smith by. I think he might realise there's a couple pros behind him, and he's thinking it might be better if he lets them by.
Dion Phillips, by the way, just having to... Sorry, talking about letting somebody by. James Armstrong made this ridiculous move. Have a look at this. Just have a look at what this man did. Around the outside of 3 corners, 4 up the hill, he manages to pass Dion Phillips. Well done, James. And he's now up into 16th. He's climbing this ladder. He's climbing it quick.
Doing well for a man that almost had issues with his accelerator pedal before the race. Doing fantastic at the moment. Great going at the moment for Armstrong in that special livery for today. He's even pulling away from Phillips right now. What a drive. Just amazing.
Man has gone from Bono, my tyres are gone, to Bono, I'm catching them too fast.
Bono, I'm too fast. What do I do? What do I do, Bono? Reminds me of the World Touring Car Championship.
Okay, Valtteri, this is James. You're going to have to speed up. Lewis is complaining about not having competition.
I remember watching the World Touring Car Championship last year, and I swear to you that I was told by the commentators that this guy that was leading the field was going slow on purpose, because he knew that if he extended his lead too much for the next race, that they would throw a massive BOP on him and put weight on him. So they were deliberately slowing down so they didn't get so much BOP for the next race.
I mean, you actually come on to a good point, by the way. Just while we're having this battle going on ahead of us, we also have battles between Shy Stag and Jama. Jama, by the way, moving up in the world. He's now up into 21st, so he's doing very well for himself.
And Shestag, to be fair, moved up into 22nd as well, 15 places.
Exactly. The two of them doing very well. And you come up to a good point of bop. Because we see the Z4s are, well, the clear, obvious choice. As we now see in the scoreboards, 5th and 4th are now separated by 1.5 seconds. And there's nothing that Krista can do other than, well, put his foot to the floor and hope that there's something comes out of it. But you can, we come back to, this thought of sandbagging. There's a common, well, not a common, it's not a common thing, but, it's commonly held that a lot of teams do sandbagging, especially in places like, sorry, just to interrupt myself, I'm just seeing Neil Butler getting ready to attack Ben Smith. Car number 1 versus car number 16 going past Degner.
And they got Mayer in front, so he's going to be giving a slipstream more to Butler. So who's going to be making the break here? Oh, he's going to make the move! Why did he hold on to the brake? What a send from Ben Smith! How did you do that? The bravery! I got no words.
This is the view. I'll just hide the timing, Terry, just for a minute. This was the view on Ben Smith's car.
And he just said, I wasn't lifting. He was going to send... We know the joke. Are you silly? I'm still going to send it. That's a send. I think they did touch with Netco. That's an amazing move to pull off from Ben Smith. From Ben Smith, sorry. And then Ben Smith just messed it up by going a bit wide in stadium and compromising his line on the exit of stadium. But he's still going to hold on. But wow, I'm a little bit.
I'm amazed. Amazing man as he held that.
Yeah, I honestly thought there was going to be contact there. I honestly thought there was going to be a big mess. But no, that they.
Oh, we've got a three-way battle for Ooh, this is actually going to be heating up. 8th, 9th, and 10th. Julian Kesselhut's caught up to the rear end of Milan Tikins and Jonas Dreyer. And the three of them are
send it?
Oh no!
Makes a move.
Jonas Dreyer having to yield, essentially to prevent himself.
Oh, Tikins has spun!
Oh.
Tikins has spun! Oh! That will let Dreyer, but tell you what, Kesselhut was lucky there. Watch it back because look at it. He thought that Tikins would lock it down. He locked it down. No, he didn't.
Just very close. It was great that he was able to do it in such a spot, but you know,
Kesselhut gained the spot, then lost, and then lost the spot. So
just a bit of butt clenching, and he's under threat from James Armstrong. James about to get another position if he can. Oh, Milan Tikins, his day has gone from good to not so good because he's down in 14th. And look at this level of patriotism just coming through with the Star-Spangled Banner playing in the engine bay, just coming through and just telling everybody to get out of my way. I've got some absolute legends to respect. James Armstrong. James Armstrong, keep it together. I don't want to give you a commentator's curse, but you almost just did. Curse.
You know we've missed something.
What?
Neil Butler's out of the race.
Oh. Josh Seymour is also in the business.
Oh, he came down to the Wolsteiner. He came down out onto the back straight in the GP circuit and lost the car. Lost the car and completely trashed it.
So we're just seeing Neil Butler versus Ben Smith. Ben Smith, of course, as we remember, is the oops.
Yeah. Pretty sure we've all done that. Neil, unfortunately, it's a shame to see. A great drive there, some great racing, and that is a shame to see. James Armstrong is losing that slipstream, by the way, to Milan Tikins.
Oh, that car was sliding as soon as it hit the gravel patch. It was just like, nah.
No, I'm done.
I'm done. Yep. Sometimes cars do be like that. Cars do be like that, unfortunately.
It does be like that. So, no real battles at the front, but Dreyer is now catching up to Kesselhut. He's not catching up to Kesselhut. He's trying to hold on. He has let Kesselhut by, and now just again, by the way, he didn't let him by once, and then after what happened with Tikins, he went by him again. So, having a replay. So, this is for someone like Dreyer at the moment. This is something that I would be looking for. Kesselhut's gone, but if you can keep following Kesselhut, you've got an idea of the lines. You've got an idea to see, is he doing something different to you? Because this is the guy that's doing, 55s, as I say that, he tweaks the car coming through here. But, at the same time, you're doing 8 minutes right now, and Kesselhut's been doing 55. So is there anything you can take from Kesselhut to learn? So, really good idea for Dre right now, just on-track practice, you know what I mean? It's what I would use as well. You just know that you're just going to have to use this as an idea to learn for future, because a lot of these guys probably haven't done VLN and haven't done the Nurburgring 24 on iRacing, so this is good experience for those that haven't, or good practice for those that do and want to do it again next season.
Ben Smith, we're riding along as he chases down Josh Mary. He needs to get back up into at least 10th position before he can challenge Jonas Dreyer, but he doesn't have a lot of time to do it. 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes just over 20 minutes to go. Sorry, almost 40 minutes have flown by. I have not felt that go by at all. I'm kind of figuring. I'm trying to figure out where the time has gone. But these guys are just doing their absolute darndest to get the cars around. And Josh Mayer, I think he's trying his best with the Ford, but he was 3 seconds a lap slower than Harry Wills was, and there's no traffic really to speak of. So he's having to. Oh, you just see the car and you feel like this track in particular. It's very on edge. If you drive to the absolute limit, there is literally no room for error. If you get even an inch off, you're gonna say hello to a wall. And
hello.
yeah, that voice crack, by the way. It just said, hello.
Hello, Governor. Alan Christo catching 208B again. It just feels like the same story over and over again. Gaps a second, and that second is going to be crucial. If he can stay within a second as they come to the Dossinger-Ho, Christo might be able to do something. Yes, this BMW is very powerful, but can he catch up right now? The gap is 0.8 of a second as they're just starting their way down to the end of the track, coming into the second carousel right now. Gap of 0.7, so Christo really makes it work at this final penultimate section of the track, as I like to call it. Gap's now 0.8 as that BMW on rails can get around here and now to the Dossinger-Ho, and this is where Christo needs to make up time. I'm just being curious right now. 0.8 is the gap. What is the gap when they go over the, well, as they get to Tiergarten? Because Christo's not going to be able to make a move here, but you know, he can set himself up maybe for a move into the first corner of the track. You just never know. Gap's now 0.5 of a second, so they're coming under the bridge very shortly. And the gap's now 0.4 of a second, so Christo is pulling. Christo is almost like he's found DRS or something. This is amazing. Now, he will not pull a Ben Smith here. He will wait and look. Okay, he realizes a little bit earlier on the brakes, taps the brakes, good work here. But all of a sudden, from 0.8 of a second, that's gone down to, well, a little bit faster now. Oscar Copa's in the pits for his first pit stop. As is
his first pit stop. This isn't a 24-hour race.
And let's just go over the unfortunate graveyard at the moment, because we've got that looks like Dean Timms, Andrew Miller, Dennis Mesner, Matt Heatrick are all in the pits. Anybody else I see in the pits? Sianke and Liam Ahern and Andrea Talowitz. They are all currently, unfortunately, well, they're in the graveyard.
A lot of cars coming in. Car of Joshua Mayer is staying out. Jonas Dreyer's in the pits. Lee Egerson, Carter Hutch, Harry Wills, Milan Teekins, and James Armstrong are all in the pits. So it is a few sprinkles of people staying out. But you can just see someone like this car right here of Christian Furs. He's staying in, or he's coming into the pits now. So very few cars have a, well, no, I wouldn't say very few. I would say quite a lot have pulled into the pits now to get their splash and dash. They'll be staying for, I think, somewhere between 40 and 45 seconds, depending on if they get damage fixed. Now,
did we just call it a splash and dash around the around the?
Well, it's a splash and dash. Like on a normal track, it'd be in splash and dash, because it's only 18 minutes left. But on the North side, you have to do full laps, so...
Yeah, it was interesting to see Julian Kesselhut in pits. He's now got Cope. Well, Cope was 13 seconds behind. But, you know, he's in a really nice position at the moment. Ben Smith also did not pit, so he's now behind Jesse Jones. He's got Joshua Mayer behind him as well. Carter Hutchinson pit in, and James Costa and Christian Stockel. We haven't talked about them as Louis Eggerson goes by Christian Stockel. They're in a little battle themselves currently. Well, as they cross the line, it was 16th and 17th, a little bit out of tilter with certain people doing pit stops and some people not doing pit stop, but they were in a little battle. Probably split up now with Eggerson just going by, but that BMW there trying not to flip this week, Louis. Not to flip this week, Louis. It's getting by Costa.
the positive reinforcement. Don't flip, Louis. Don't flip, Louis. Don't flip.
Yeah, please. We want no more flipping, but holding his own. Well, he's holding his own, basically. A race almost on his own. Hutchinson is pretty far ahead at the moment, 7 seconds ahead. Just surviving. You know, I think let's be honest, a lot of these guys are surviving, and any position they can pick up, it's going to be fantastic for them, especially with the one drop week rule. So this could be their dark horse when you think about it. This really could be the dark horse for them.
You might want to explain what the dark horse means.
Wow, I've never had to describe a dark horse.
Well, describe it.
A dark horse is the less-known personal things that emerge into prominence in a situation, especially in a competition involving multiple rivals, or a contestant that on paper should be unlikely to succeed, but yet still might.
Perfect.
Good enough. Yeah. Good thing I've got Google on hand.
Why are you cheating with Google, huh? Whatever happened to us? Whatever happened?
I'm sorry, I couldn't really work it out.
You couldn't bear it. You couldn't bear it being us. Fair enough.
Ooh,
Didn't need you anyway.
Now then, James Pearce and Callum Beaumont have they've continued this battle. To be fair, I think a lot of these guys have continued these battles.
Yeah, it's been constant battles. You know, I was very surprised at how many battles there are. It's like battles galore at the moment, and I'm liking it.
The key thing as well is we're not seeing cars really like send it side by side in bad situation. They are waiting for the moment that they realise that if they don't get a run out of one corner, then they won't set up for another corner, and vice versa. So they're having to keep thinking. Really you got to think a couple corners ahead of yourself. There are some straights where you're flat out with little bits of kinks that you can do it. Beaumont goes hit for miss hit miss. Shouldn't really affect. That's not miss hit miss. That's something else. Pearce goes very wide there, and almost Beaumont collects him. Good awareness there from Beaumont just to hold up there. So losing a bit of time there, but Pearce is struggling. You can tell the pressure might just be getting to the number 3 car, 23 car.
Well, I mean, it is a stressy situation. It's not like he's like getting a walk in the park or a free meal. It is going to be stressy for him.
He's gonna go around the outside. He almost tried to go around the outside. That definitely was miss, and he missed all of them trying to go around the outside of Pearce. But it doesn't pay off. But I tell you what, I would have got up and left if he made that move. I got to be honest, because that was amazing. But he could not do it. So that's the way it goes. Now Melanti can. What are you talking about?
James F. Costa. James F. Costa is a casualty. He's got damage. Oh, what's wrong with him?
Looks like he's crabbing as well. Yeah, he's got heavy steering damage. That steering wheel is not great. Do we have a replay? It's a little bit straight. I'm not sure. He's not enjoying it coming around the carousel. Here's the replay. Where is this? Oh, don't tell me it's Bravery.
Oh, it's Bravery. Off we go. Oh. Oof.
Call it Bravery for a reason. They call it Bravery for a reason. Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, no. I just saw everything stop for a moment. I was like, oh, don't tell me Rob's gone.
No.
You worried me there for a moment. Still going though, and I don't think he's got steering damage, but he's lost a few places, which is going to be an issue. Like I said, some of these cars will be taking their pit stops now. Well, not now, but will be taking their pit stops this lap. Steinblatten is on the Dossinger Ho. He's 16.5 seconds ahead of Will Edgeby and Adam Christo, and those two are in a battle. Now, I don't think Christo will want to make this overtake going here because they know that they'll be pitting, but he's so far ahead they haven't even come up to the hill, come up to the bridge yet. There he goes. He's got his P4 back after a while. Finally had that P4 back in the Mercedes. How long will it stay? Not entirely sure because Will Edgeby will be getting the draft right now, as they say in America, or the slipstream. Elsewhere, he did a 7:57.6 last lap, by the way, Edgeby. Adam Christo did a 7:56.7. I'm pretty sure they will be pitting. Steinblatten comes into the pits, and you can see with Edgeby just being a little bit tentative and just waiting a little bit. Does suggest to me that these two will be coming into the pits for sure, and they
are. Julian Kessel will also need to pit. He's not safe. You gotta pit. Now, there will be technically 2 more laps, given the current situation with time. So this will be the second last lap that they're currently on right now. I mean, they haven't moved. I mean, look at this man. Like, if we talk about, you know, people having to go out, that is Steinbratton going out. Adam Christos has gone into his box. Egby is just behind him, and then in the back you could just see Kesselhunt looking for his pit stall. But who else is coming in for this lap? As you can just see Egby going by. Kessel has only gotten into his box now. And now we have Adam and Christo rejoining the track. He's in 4th position.
Oh, now did Egby take more time out?
He did indeed. He was 6 extra seconds in the pits.
Yeah, it looks like he might have just done a little bit of repairs there by the looks of it. Which is not a bad thing, but he had lost that battle now with Christo. He's got to get by Carter Hutchinson in the next 2 laps if he wants to.
Pierce has got issues. He's out of fuel.
No, he is out of fuel. Oh, that is a shame. Can he make it? Oh, he's going up the cross.
No,
what?
He has to tow. No, it's all over.
That is a shame. I mean, the plus side for Pierce right now is it's not going to be a long tow. That puts him a lap down. Pretty sure
he's all the way down in 28th.
That is it, yeah, because that puts him a lap down. That is a shame for Pierce. That is the risk of pushing it.
Oh, Pierce. Oh.
Got to feel for the man. Got to feel for the man.
He tried, but he tried cutting the grass with the grass. It gave it up. Callum as well also ran out of fuel. Oh, people are trying to get just as much as they can.
Callum made it, did he?
No, he had to tow. He had to tow.
Oh. Wow.
It's sad news. It's sad news all around because, well, you know, you're trying to push the car to the absolute raggedy edge, and it gives up the ghost in the last second and lets you down. Unfortunately, that's your race. But the race between Armstrong and the rest of the world is now heating up. Armstrong is a hair's breadth away from top 10 territory, and that would be absolutely hilariously insane for him to be able to do that.
There's words. Just a fantastic driver against Ben Smith right now. It's a Mercedes versus an Audi. No, it's not. It's a Mercedes versus. What am I talking about? Mercedes versus a Mercedes. Can't I tell what Mercedes looks like? I've seen enough of them.
Jonas Dreyer's off.
Oh, wow, yeah, I just saw Dreyer. What's happened to Dreyer? Oh, he's clipped the curb. He clipped the curb and completely spun, taps the wall. Be okay, that's not a heavy hit, but gotta get it around.
He's in a very bad position too. He's still not moving. He's actually moving now.
He's moving now.
Well, look at this. This is exactly what happened. He just gets into this corner here. Curb, and off he goes. Nope. And I've just messed up the cameras. Yeah. And here we go. Finally. He just has too much. Yeah, just too much on the inside curb. And the car is just ejected. Now, fair play. He does not have a lot of damage, but his positions is damaged. He's now 17th. He started 9th, so it's after battling with the likes of Milan Tikins and Julian Kesselhut. See him down here now after something like that. It's sad, you know. It's you feel for the man.
It's sad, but you know what that means? That means Mr. Armstrong's in the top 10.
He is indeed. Armstrong is now 10th position. Ben Smith is now up to 9th, so that's a great drive by him. And Milan Tikins having to play catch up with the rest of these guys. He's in 11th right now. And it's Mercedes power and freedom, and Milan Tikins. My money's on Milan Tikins.
Oh, is that Harry Wills just getting by? Yeah, that's Harry Wills getting by Christian first there. Now that would have been not for the lead of the of the amateurs.
No,
am I right?
it's not for the elite of the amateurs. Joshua Mayer is currently in the lead. Oh, I didn't see that, but the replay system picked it up immensely. Christian First is having issues. He was having issues coming past the section of Rebel Tree. He was almost wiggling there, and he's let him bry. Oh, what's wrong with his car?
I'm just trying to see, because he did say something on the radio. See if I can pick it up. Something was said. Oh well, I can't listen to it if I've muted everything.
He does have damage to the rear left of the car.
Right. So I think he's just saying go by. Hasn't said anything else. Yeah, he's got damage. He's just saying he's got damage. That's all he's saying at the moment. So unfortunately for Christian, that's going to be heavy. Is he crabbing? That's the next question. I think he's all right.
He's not necessarily. I don't think he's crabbing necessarily, because he is going at speed. But he's definitely got some big issues. And
that wheel is not straight. I will tell you right now, it's a smidgen off. That's a British term, a smidgen. But that steering wheel is definitely not straight. It is at about.
Oh, Ben Smith, he's lost 2 places actually. I just realised that. Where did he lose it? Oh, he lost it at Backaways. This is yeah, he's got damage as well. Has he lost it? I think he lost it just before he came up the hill. He did. He lost it coming out of the corner on towards the climb up the hill, and he's lost 2 places because of that. He's now down in 11th. James Armstrong is up into 9th, but he's still kept the rear end of Milan Tikins ahead of him. You can just see it there. And, you know, given where he started, he's still up 7 positions. But just look at Armstrong. Armstrong has gained, and I'm quoting you here right now, he's gained 22 places. 22.
Alright, granted, he did not qualify. And he started, quite far ahead of the non-qualifiers, but he still had to go through the drivers. And we've only seen, 6 cars retire? So he's done a fantastic drive.
There's a lot more than that. Spencer Vick, James Goldstein, Peter Johansson, Marius Yank, Liam Ahern, Andrea Talowitz, we missed that. Dennis Meisner, we missed that. Andrew Miller, Mark Bailey, Neil Butler, Dean Timms, Matt Hedrick, and the latest casualty is James F. Costa. And Matt Hedrick is still driving.
Okay. And I think Simon Dodd's still driving, isn't he? No, he is. And Theon Phillips.
Yeah, Simon Dodd's still driving. Yeah, I never said it was. I might have said his name by accident, but no, I knew he was driving. But yeah, it's a lot more than just a few. The green hell gets his.
But
the green hell gets its feet.
Armstrong had to overtake some of those cars before they crashed. Let's not take anything away from Armstrong's achievement here, as he is now in a battle down the Dottinger Hoe with Milan Tikins, as Tikins is going to take it into Tiergarten right there at the last moment before they start going up and there. And the position lost mainly just to speed with the slipstream. So he's now in a battle on the final lap. I do see the white flags waving. Do I see the white? I've got to be careful because we know what VLN's like. And I wonder if they do realise this, that VLN might have a trick up its sleeve that it might not be the last lap. Remember the Fanatec GT challenge? That's all I'm saying. Where a 30-minute race got turned into a 45-minute race because VLN rules said the last lap starts once the driver crosses the line and zeros on the scoreboard.
And then everybody panicked.
Yeah, everybody panicked, and I think they made it so they had to do X amount of laps this season. So hopefully that's it. But I don't see a white flag, and I won't see a white flag, will I? So That'll be interesting to see. But what is interesting to see, well, there's not a lot of battles going on apart from that Milan Tikins James Armstrong. As we look down the field, everything's pretty spread out now. So, but everybody's safe. Fair play to everybody. Oh. Yeah, everything is pretty much stayed there. By the way, Ben Smith catching back up to James Armstrong. Good little recovery there. They have to get past Armstrong and Teakin. He wants that position back, or those positions back. So, gonna be a tough drive, especially for Armstrong. Sending it down into Hatzenbach there. Really trying to. I think he's trying to force Teakins into a mistake. And, well, Teakins is a real world racing champion himself, so it's not going to be that easy to make a driver like Teakins force a mistake out of him. But stranger things have happened. He might do it. You just never know.
By the way, RSR will be like, where's our drivers at? There they are. They've been dominating. They're 7 seconds ahead of everybody else, and they've been lapping like absolute demigods. And especially this man, Ole Steinbraten. He's basically just been lapping. He's just been doing hot laps. Now he's got damage. He's picked up quite a bit.
But even with damage though.
Yeah, even with damage, he's doing laps.
753, 449 to start the race. 753, 994. 755, 755, 755. In lap was a 759. Out lap an 828. Like even with damage, he's still very dominant. That's some really good times compared to somebody like Copa that did some 55s and 56s, but just losing that time to start the race where it was for Steinbraten, just his calling card there. And again, a 56, an 801 in lap and an 829 out lap. And you see the difference there is there's 2 seconds difference between Steinbraten's in and out lap and Copa's in and out lap. So even on the pit laps, Copa cannot catch Steinbraten.
And it's good to see the RSR guys are making it apparent once again how dominant they are. Like, just well done. But enough of them. They had their moment. So just a question from the Great Dane Racing. He says, or they say, which team is Christian Furs on at the moment? He is on the Raidillon TV team. We don't actually have a team. It's more just like it's our branded
and
team.
He's lost a couple spots, by the way.
He is carrying damage. He is carrying damage.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, he is carrying damage. He's got his teammate, the Raidillon TV Audi of Jonas Dreyer, in front of him. So
Jonas Dreyer having that crash, yeah.
But first, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're able to go into the cockpit, but you can see it's kind of hard at the moment through X-Mill and going up the hill. There is definitely an issue with that suspension because that wheel will not. And look at the car sliding, and now you'll see it. That wheel's definitely not straight, and you can see he's having to manage it. It's not a lot, but even that little bit is enough just to throw you out here. As he comes down into miss. Well, he misses and then hits both of them. So doing the best he can, but yeah, it's basically damage limitation right now for Furs. Can he keep the car straight on the track?
And perfect as he goes, just attempting to essentially keep the car from, having a change about being a car.
The input he's having to make, by the way. And look, he's having to hit the brakes before he gets the bravery corner. He can't just lift. He has to hit the brakes. So he's compromising his speed with safety, and that's probably the best way to do things at the moment.
Well, he doesn't want to lose the spots that he has already because he's still in the lead for the overall championship, even if it might be taken away from him at this race in particular. At the very least, you can say, it was a mistake that I made. I need to learn from it. Come back better,
As
Ben's, yeah,
by the way. Armstrong managed to overpass Tekin. So Armstrong, Tekin, and Ben Smith in a gap now of just a second and a half between the three of them. That is the battle to watch out for. Julian Kettlehut, by the way, catching up to Will Egby. If he can get that, a P6, be a good recovery drive after that spin. Not where he would want to finish, started 4th. If you can get that P6, that would be really helpful. I'm just seeing where Steinbraten is. He is on the Dottinger Hoe. And this is definitely, I have been told by race control, this is the white flag. So he can just put his feet up right now. He knows this is it. Under the bridge he goes. He can say goodbye to that sunset, because that sunset has been in the eyes of many drivers today. Up to the Tiergarten, got the couple corners left to go. Into the final corner of the Green Hell itself. Onto the GP track he goes now. And your hour-long Nurburgring champion is Ollie Steinbraten in
a... Well, I'm going to assume he said in a Z4 RSR by...
No, I said 8.8. My internet just decided bye-bye. You know, so that was very handy.
Welcome to the 1, 2, 3 of Ollie Steinbraten, Oscar T. Cooper, and Jesse Jones. What a dominant performance by the guys.
Oh, it's been an accident! It's been an accident! Right at the last moment, Kesselhut gets by Edby, and Edby tries to go for a side-by-side, and he gets spun from Kesselhut! And Kesselhut will take the position. Now, what now? That we've just seen that. What about Tekin and Armstrong? Tekin cannot catch on to Armstrong, so we'll keep an eye on that. I think you've got a replay of that coming up very shortly, because that was a very interesting thing. And look at it. That's just so hard. And watching Tekin, is there any lost heroics? Will he try and do the same thing on Armstrong? Nowhere for him to go. Armstrong is going to hold on to this. Just one more corner. It's going to be a sprint race between Armstrong and Tekin to the line. But I think Armstrong might have this. He will hold on to this P9. It's going to be a fantastic result. Does he get it? That's a close finish. But Armstrong does take the P9. What a drive from Armstrong.
Just a replay of... Yeah, just replaying it for Armstrong versus Tekin. So you can just see Tekin just creep up in the background. And there he is, just that Z4 just pulling its own weight. Like a magnet it goes towards that car number 47. And the amount of distance he closed was amazing. But
crazy.
He managed just to pip the post and take 9th position. Well done to him.
Oh, there's a party down at the first corner, by the way. Everyone's having some fun. It just looks like everyone's just having a... Christian First is like, you know what, I'm just going to go around again by the looks of it. He's just decided to drive away. Everybody's just gone. But
everybody's doing donuts. But
yeah,
it's this man. Well done to the man of the hour. It is Ollie Steinbraten. Started first, finished first. Has got a lot of damage on that car, but... well done to you, sir. You have won the 1 hour of Nurburgring Nordschleife. And fantastic. Now it is time for the race results.
Oh, we just got a couple more left, a couple more cars.
Oh, we do have some. We do.
Yeah, Zachariah Yama's got a lot of damage.
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that amount of damage.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my. Ross has got like... well, I mean, he did have that nasty accident. Unfortunately, he
did. James Pierce's, but I think the last car to cross the line will be Simon Dodd and Josh Seymour. And I think they're.
Simon Dodd is. He's not had. He's not had a good day. Has Simon? That car. To quantify it for everybody watching at home, is. In no short.
No!
Simon, you can do it. Simon, you can do it. You're currently 29th. You gain 10 positions. You can still do it. Where's his camera? I want the camera on the man.
He's crabbing. He's crabbing. That damage. He is crabbing heavily. Oh, this is gonna be a challenge.
He's not gonna re-wing. Oh, come on. He's not gonna re-wing. This is a
Rob, this is the repeat of what happened at the end of last season. Oh, this is.
Come on, Simon.
Horrible.
Come on, Simon. You can do it. It's not like what happened last season where it was like the car struggled at like 60 kilometers an hour. You can go on 60. You've not got a rear wing, and it looks very weird without one, but you can still do it, Simon. Come on, Simon. Come on, Simon.
Just the inputs he's having to make in the cockpit. Oh, this is... Oh, God, this is horrible. I think everybody in chat right now should be cheering Simon on.
Cheer Simon on. Do it for the chat.
Can he get the power down the dotting hoe is the question.
He's putting the power down. He's gone 200 kilometers an hour. Oh,
give it a notch. You can't, Captain. It's just, it can barely get to 5th gear. He's hit 5th gear. But I think that's the worst thing to do right now. It's got no power. It's just drifting away. Yeah, come on, Simon. You can do this.
Come on, Simon.
Ooh, he's not. Just be careful with these massive inputs. Just have to be careful right now. Yeah, he went back into 4th gear. He realised that was not a good idea. Can he hold on to this is the question.
He's
now
gone
he's down to
5th
gear.
Oh no, he has to brake.
Oh, he has to brake. Oh, oh. You can tell this man has driven with a broken steering before because he's not doing anything when he's braking. Some really good movements there.
Come on, he's almost there. He's almost there.
He's got it. He's got it. He has it. Can it? Oh, no, 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 no. Yes!
Yeah! Well done, Simon. You made it across the line with a very broken car. But you made it. Well done.
Shall we do the results? That seems an eternity ago now.
Yeah. Well done,
Louis,
everybody.
PTSD. That was what it was. I thought it was Louis. Yeah.
Simon made it. Well done to him, but also well done to everybody that finished. Oh, it was a very, very difficult one, but
great win. A great win. A great result. You know, congratulations once again. We see the RSR 123 yet again. Steinbratton, Copa, Jones. Adam Christo recovered to a P4. Really good drive there from Adam Christo. Carter Hutchinson getting a respectable P5 as well. Kesselhut did get that P6, by the way. Great recovery after that spin. So, fantastic fight back. Not the result he would be looking for starting 4th, but a P6 after all that. It's nothing to be upset about. James Armstrong, of course, in P9. What can we say about that? Hasn't been said already. But shout out as we go down the order to the amateurs, because it started Meyer Furs Wills. It finishes Meyer Wills Shestag, with Furs holding on to P4 after that damage, and Stockel taking a P5 in the amateurs. So that's a really good drive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see the amateurs putting in the work, you know? Oh, I put up the qualifying results by accident. Oh, dear. Everybody's going to be like, why did you put up the qualifying results? Why didn't you click away from them? Welcome to Raidillon TV, the only professional streaming service you ever need. Oh dear.
Right, so
I know you're embarrassed. I'm sorry.
As we're going down the list, we had 26 cars finish on the lead lap. By the way, we as everyone knows, we do have a prize to give out for the driver of the day, and I think you know where we're going, don't you, Rob?
Oh yeah, I already know who my driver of the day is, and he is a very deserving driver of the day. So
on 3, we'll say it together, okay? 1, 2, 3. James
Armstrong.
Yeah. I mean, what more can be said? Just. I mean, I mean, there was other drivers. Tim Chestag, you know, came P3 in the amateurs, gets made
an honorable mention, yeah.
Yeah, you know, he made it up more places than Armstrong. I will give you that, and get the P3 in the amateurs. But Armstrong's drive was just
second to none. I've never seen somebody put in that much effort to come from the back from when they did, especially the amount of cars that they've had to clear.
Just amazing. Exactly, and like the overtakes that had to be done, you know. I wish I could give a prize to Shestag as well for that performance, but honestly, Armstrong for me was definitely the driver of the day. Yeah,
he's going to be my driver of the day as well. Let me get his little car.
He's just gone I don't think I've tried so hard in my life to gain positions. So
I'd imagine so, to be fair. I'd imagine so. Now, let me see if I can get his car up on the screen for you guys here real quick. Where is it? Come on. Give me James. Give me James. Give me James. Hang on, I'll have to cheat a little bit.
Simon Dodd with a comment, very nice comment after the race, saying, I reminded myself of Louis Eggleston last season at the same track, and you know, Eggleston was mentioning about his PTSD, and Tim Shestag in the chat. Congratulations on a P3 there, Tim. A fantastic drive from you, definitely. That is one to be very, very proud of.
James Armstrong, there he is. So this is your driver of the day, James Armstrong. Well done to you, and well done on having a very good livery, as I said before. Well done on your driver of the day, and of course Tim Scheistag, a very good and well-deserved second. I bet Simon Dodd driver of the day. I mean, if I give it to Simon, I'd give it to him every day. But
if I had more than one prize, I would definitely, like, you know, one for Shestag, one for Armstrong, and one for Simon, definitely. But I'm just saying, Louis, he did cover more ground than you did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Louis unfortunately decided he wanted to become part of the Kerbal Space Program of Kerbal Space Program fame, and unfortunately that didn't work out. You know, when the Kerbals go up into space, they fly around. Unfortunately, Louis as a Kerbal, he just went upside down. Anyways, is it time for us to say goodbye? I know everybody hates it, but it is time, unfortunately, to say goodbye.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We will do the shilling again, because everybody that has stayed watching us from the iRacing website and on YouTube, thank you very much once again. We are Raidillon TV. If you like what you have seen, please hit that subscribe button, and do underneath the video check out the links to our Discord, to our live timing for future references as well. Shout out to trackcams22.com as well, down there as well, providing these cameras. I know people don't like this camera angle, but it's fantastic to use for driver of the day photos. We have a Facebook, which we don't really use. We have a Twitch, which we don't really use. We have a Twitter and an Instagram. We use Raidillon TV, our website, raidillon.tv. Any monies, any pennies that you do have, we will feel free to, you know, we're not forcing you, but feel free to donate if you have anything as well. Membership on the YouTube page. If you'd like to see more of us, we will be back Friday night for the ILMS broadcast, which is at Barcelona. Then Sunday, the Fanatec GT Challenge at Laguna Seca. But these guys will be back next Wednesday in the RSL World Series, back to the normal 2-race format. Until then, I've been Craig, and this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need.